From News Channel 15, winner of the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for the nation's best community college TV station, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Peach. Here's a look at what's going on tonight. Our top story, Ray Tate, the man convicted of killing Wayne County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Riley, is due back in court this week. The court hearing scheduled for last Friday in Wayne County was postponed until 9 o'clock this coming Wednesday morning. The postponement concerned allowing the defense additional time to prepare Tate's request to have his guilty plea withdrawn in the Riley murder case and to increase security at the courthouse there in Fairfield after an alleged escape plot by Tate was uncovered by prosecutors in the case. As a result, Tate will appear in person in shackles at the proceeding Wednesday. Tate has maintained after pleading guilty to the crime that he was coerced into confessing and was not mentally competent. The court granted his effort from the Menard Correctional Center, where he's serving a life sentence for that murder without parole. Several arrests to tell you about tonight. We begin in White County. WRUL reports that a Carmi man turned himself in on a warrant just after 5 this morning. 38-year-old Matthew Sneed was wanted on a warrant for 2 counts of violating an order of protection that was dating back to mid-June. Meanwhile, Paul James and his daughter Courtney James were arrested Thursday for domestic battery. According to a report, Courtney allegedly threw a soda can at the face of her brother, Shane Workman. Paul then shoved and punched Shane in the face, resulting in injuries. Carmi police made those arrests. An Enfield man was arrested Thursday by the White County Sheriff's Office. 27-year-old Jacob Rowe of Enfield stopped near the entrance to Burroughs Woods for not having a rear registration light. Rowe was found to be driving on a revoked license, and during a search of his person, a smoking pipe and cannabis were found, with a large bag of pot found inside the glove compartment. The White County Sheriff's Office also on Thursday arrested 43-year-old April Wood in Norris City. She was wanted for failing to appear on a possession of a controlled substance charge. And on Wednesday, the Sheriff's Office noted that Joshua Smothers turned himself in on a warrant related to charges dating back to July on counts of theft over $10,000, criminal damage to property, and driving revoked. Meanwhile, WAKO reports the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office arrested 36-year-old Cora Wells of Lawrenceville Saturday on charges of domestic battery and aggravated domestic battery. And on Friday, Lawrenceville police arrested 40-year-old Matthew Ramirez of Lawrenceville for domestic battery. Illinois State Police, the Wayne City Fire, and EMS personnel called to the scene Saturday morning of a 2-car accident on Illinois Route 15 at County Road 1150 East. WFIW says state police report that a Ford F-550 was traveling eastbound on 15 near that County Road intersection when the second unit, a tractor pulling a flatbed semi-trailer, was westbound on 15 at the same location, and for unknown reasons, the Ford crossed over the center line and struck the tractor unit. No injuries reported. State police are continuing to investigate. Units of the Lawrence Allison Fire Protection District dispatched Friday to 2 separate incidents. The first was to a structure collapse and rescue at a 9th Street location in Lawrenceville. The second occurred at a mobile home on 5th Street in Lawrenceville. Bridgeport Fire responded in mutual aid to both locations. There were no immediate details regarding those 2 calls available. The issues with the Mount Carmel City Pool have been well documented, with one of the biggest problems being the loss of over 30,000 gallons of water a day. WSJD wants to know, where does that water go? Mayor Joe Judge said at this past week's City Council meeting that that's a question he's heard often. Judge says the water is in fact going into the pond at the city park and into sewer drains. Now, the pool will be open 3 days this upcoming Labor Day weekend and then close for good next Tuesday the 3rd with the annual Animal Shelter Buddies Dog Swim. The proposed Wabash District 348 budget is now on display at the district office. WSJD reports that at last week's school board meeting, Superintendent Dr. Chuck Blyer said a very rough draft of the budget is what's on display currently, with a budget hearing set to be held prior to the September school board meeting at 6:45 p.m. The Village of Norris City is holding a public hearing to discuss applying for an open space land acquisition and development grant through the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. That'll be held Tuesday, September 3rd at 6:45 p.m. at the Village Hall on South Division. The project will include the Norris City Playground and Ball Field Complex. This note, the McLeansboro Kiwanis Club has announced that Monday, as of today, Fall Festival ride tickets are now on sale. The cost is $24 for 10 tickets. Club officials say they have 7,000 advance tickets to sell, and it'll be the only advance tickets that they'll receive. Individual tickets will sell for $3 each, 10 for $28 or 20 for $52. Remaining tickets from previous years will be honored. The Fall Festival takes place in McLeansboro, September 5th through 7th. As we continue tonight, a look at a scorching hot weather forecast is straight ahead, and we've got highlights from high school football scrimmages from Friday night. We'll be right back.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. New 2024 Ford Edge with 0% for 60 months and Ford F-150s with 0% financing. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. At Steve Faulkner Automotive, lease the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L for $459 per month and 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks up to $11,000 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Did you know Wabash General Hospital has a community garden? Our garden is open to anyone and everyone. Stop by and pick your fresh produce. The garden includes many herbs, cherry tomatoes, green peppers, zucchini, and more. The Wabash General Hospital Community Garden is located behind the WGH General Surgery and WGH Primary Care College Drive office, in between our employee parking. Wabash General Hospital, people you know, helping people you love.
Hi, my name is Rylan Robb. I am from Albion, Illinois, and I am a radio TV major here at Wabash Valley College. From broadcasting all sorts of sports games to producing my own TV show and radio show, the hands-on experience is as much as you want to do with it. In terms of the program itself, I think it's really special. It's really like almost a little family in a way, and it's really been really nice being able to experience the things I have with people that genuinely appreciate it with me.
Welcome back. Time to talk weather here tonight. Not dealing with rain. Hasn't been, what's it been, 20 plus days since we've seen any form of measurable rain here in our studios. That's going to continue for at least a couple more days before we'll introduce some isolated rain and thunderstorm chances. But the heat is going to be the big story this week. More on that in a moment. Already a warm one today, up to 93 degrees this afternoon. The heat index topped out around 97. 70 was our low this morning. Well above normal for this time of year, shy of the record high of 99 degrees on this date, and we could flirt with that later this week. As we take a look at our alerts map, heat advisory for areas north of US 50 in effect for the next couple of days. An air quality alert over in parts of Indiana, nothing for parts of southern Illinois, although we expect that could be changing tomorrow with the heat and humidity that is in the forecast. Let's spell things out for you now in terms of our forecast. Starting tonight, you can see just not much in the way of precipitation, and that will continue through Tuesday with heat and humidity. But by Wednesday, we'll start to see the approach of one little system from the north, one from the west. Here they come now. And some of that rain could get into our area, especially in the late afternoon hours. We're not talking about a lot, but we do at least have a chance of seeing some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity Wednesday, and then the best chance looks to be for rain on Friday into parts of Saturday for you, but just not a whole lot of precipitation out there. Muggy tonight, overnight lows hovering around 70 degrees under a mostly clear sky, and then we really heat things up the next couple of days. Heat and humidity, high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Some areas could see the century mark, calling for 98 in Albion and Mount Carmel tomorrow, 98 in Carmi, 99 in McLeansboro. Wednesday, we introduced that isolated chance of a scattered shower or storm, but still warm. 95 up in Newton, 95 in Alny, 98 in Mount Carmel for a very warm Wednesday. One more warm day to come on Thursday before we start to cool it back down at least a little. Clear skies tonight, 71 degrees, your overnight low. Here's that extended forecast. Alert days on the board for the heat and humidity Tuesday through Thursday as we flirt with triple digits and high humidity. Those isolated shower chances Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Showers and possible storms, but the best chance would be on Friday, but only at about a 40% chance of seeing any rain. Then we cool back into the low 90s Friday, upper 80s for the weekend. Low 80s for your Labor Day holiday. That's your forecast. Sports is next. Stay with us.
You already know that the First National Bank is your real community bank, but have you met our people? It's the people inside that make us a community bank. We live here, we work here, we're your neighbors and your friends. When you bank with us, your money is reinvested in your community. At the First National Bank, our customers are more than an account number. People are the reason for this community. We're your hometown bank, serving the area since 1906. We are the First National Bank, where our people make the difference. Come see us today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Welcome back. Time to talk sports. Well, area teams took part in the first of their kind scrimmages over the weekend as the IHSA permitted such scrimmages for the first time entering into this season. At Riverview Stadium on Friday night, Mount Carmel hosted the Edwards County Lions. On the varsity level, each team got to possess the ball for 16 plays twice, followed by a brief JV scrimmage as well. Both Lions coach Russ Gerlach and Michael Brewer of the Aces talked with us about what they saw after the game.
We looked a little shaky at first. Once we got used to actually playing another varsity team instead of playing against our subs, I felt like our intensity level picked up, and we played really hard tonight. I know offense didn't look great at times, but we were playing it pretty basic, weren't really throwing out the fancy plays, and I'm really proud of their effort and how hard they played.
I know you talked about your team's effort tonight to them post-game, and you can't really teach effort, but your guys showed that to you tonight.
No, you're right. You hope they've got a good work ethic, and I really think we've had a good 2 weeks of practice. Our kids kept saying, man, we're kind of tired of practicing, coach, and I'm like, I know you're tired of practicing. We're tired of practicing as coaches. But, I'm so glad the IHSA did this. I don't think that us playing Mount Carmel on a regular basis is necessarily as great, but it was great for us tonight. Nice short trip, and they really played hard.
I like it. I like the format. I like, you know what I mean? The alternative is us trying to have a Gator Bowl where we're playing ourselves again. You know what I mean? We've been doing that for a long time. So, no, I love the format. I love having a different team to go against. It's great. I'm glad we get to do it. I'm glad the IHSA changed it, and looking forward to that in the future, too. You know what I mean? So, I think it's good for our football team.
We like to say around here, Mount Carmel football doesn't rebuild, we reload. So as we're reloading, your assessment of our play tonight?
Well, not very good. We have a lot of young kids. We have a lot of sophomores. We have a lot of juniors that are out there playing that don't have a lot of varsity experience. And we're doing new stuff on offense. So that's a lot of change, and that's a lot new. So I don't have any our effort has been pretty good, in everything we've done in practice and out here. And so we're finagling things. We're finagling splits. We're finagling pitch relationship on some stuff. You know what I mean? There's just lots of little things that we have to clean up. We have to do a better job of knowing our assignments. And like I said, stuff is new. So some of that's to be expected. And so we'll be fine. Again, I told them that it's not right. We get too zoomed in on the moment, and we need to, pan out a little bit and understand that this group is going to have to get better every single week. And so that's the challenge for them: improve, get better, and let's see where we're at week 9 and week 10, and we'll go from there.
Week 1 of the high school football season this Friday night. Mount Carmel travels to Gibson Southern. Edwards County hosts El Dorado. The Titans, by the way, opened their season this past Friday with a come-from-behind win over Danville, Indiana, 21-14. We'll have live coverage of both of those games for you on my15news.com this weekend. Girls golf, Mount Carmel's Lady Aces win the Patriot Invite in Massac County Saturday. Emily Gottman, medalist, with a 4 under par 67. Mount Carmel finished with a 287. We'll see you tomorrow. A replay of the Wabash Valley soccer game from this weekend tonight at 7. Good night.